Now that you've found the home of your dreams, we're going to get you ready to submit an offer that even Don Corleone would have a hard time turning down. Hi, I'm Diane McConaughey, Associate Broker and Full-Time Realtor with RE/MAX Select Realty. There are 4 main items that sellers typically look at in an offer: purchase price, earnest money deposit, closing date, and conditions. I'll go into detail about each one of these items. Let's start with your offer price. Keep in mind that the asking price is not an indication of value. It's simply an arbitrary number. In some cases, the asking price is not even the end point, but rather the starting point for offers. I understand that everybody wants a deal, but sometimes the asking price is low on purpose to generate multiple bids. And if you're in a competitive situation, guess what? The seller will not bother negotiating with a lowball offer. They're just going to accept the highest bid. Let's move on to your earnest money deposit. It's also known as hand money. Sellers are more likely to accept an offer with a larger deposit because that speaks to the seriousness of the offer. A minimum of 1% of the purchase price should be enough, but anything less than 3% will likely not win the offer in a competitive situation. Be flexible with your closing date. The closing date usually takes a backseat to the purchase price, but in some cases, the sellers will require either a longer closing date and sometimes a shorter closing. The more flexible you can be with your closing date, the better your chances of acquiring the property, even if you don't have the highest bid. Lastly, you need to submit as clean of an offer as possible. The fewer conditions or contingencies you have in the offer, the better your chances. Conditions or contingencies are the items that your offer are dependent upon. Examples of this are your mortgage contingency, your appraisal contingency, home inspections, your home sale contingency. They're put in place to protect you and your hand money. In competitive markets, buyers tend to remove more contingencies in order to be more competitive. We can offer some insight and suggestions to these and whether or not you're comfortable in removing certain ones based upon your individual situation. One other item that some buyers find helpful is writing a letter to the sellers. However, many agents and sellers will not accept the love letters. We can offer some suggestions to help you avoid fair housing concerns. This was just a high-level overview of some of the decisions you need to make when submitting an offer. We will obviously go into much more detail with you so that you are well informed about each step in the process and you're ready to submit the strongest offer possible. The Diane McConaughey team is all about moving right along, and we're dedicated to serving you with excellence.